Hey guys, this is Ryan from Rygol Labs, and today's video we're going to talk about Generative Engine Optimization, or as we've coined, Generative Engine Orientation. And this pertains to search without clicks, answer engine optimization, AI search visibility in general. And the core focus of this video is to help you understand the customer journey and the machine journey. So previously with marketing, the idea was mind share, and that's the whole premise behind authority marketing. But we're now moving towards what we've coined machine share. And the reframe you have to think is that AI is influencing your customers. Google, they only exist to help. They don't exist to sell. So we're even seeing things like transactional intent queries move towards their AI panels. And you could think of it in the sense that we have to orient the machine, and the best way to orient this machine is to orient your customers. And I did this years ago when I was doing marketing with Mac Kite. We guided them out of what Google has coined the messy middle. And if you're unfamiliar with how all of this works, you could think of it like an ecosystem. So there's local SEO, the map pack, and customers who are ready to buy. But when it comes to marketing, you need to bring people who are not aware of you, and then you also need to guide them through whatever problems they have that you uniquely solve. And the way this all ties back in with AI is we live in the post-information era. So everything is getting amalgamated, flattened through AI. All of that information is out there. Information is now a commodity. So new information, new unique ideas, what we like to say is analog sweat in digital receipts. These things are now like water in a charred desert of the AI landscape. So when you could provide new ideas from your experience, from your sales team, from you testing the products, new things that nobody's talking about, this is how you train the machine. And you do this through the use of your website and something we've coined as mesoclusters. Now a mesocluster is an extension of a topical cluster. And I chose the word mesocluster because it's easy to think about it like training cycles from bodybuilding. And what's happening is Google, they index your website, but they're also indexing your social media. So we practice building our topical cluster on the website, and then we take our headers, our unique ideas, our frames, and we seed them on LinkedIn, on social media, in thought leaders' comments. And the whole idea is to bridge new and original ideas, not only to the humans who are having conversations, but back to the machine that is effectively training off of all of us and hunting for the delta, the gap between what's known and what's unknown. So I'm going to show a quick visualization here, and we're just going to talk about the classic customer journey and how it relates to the machine journey. So on the human side of this, you have to think customers are always asking questions, and this is done through search queries. It could be a prompt with an LLM, and you have to start thinking about your content and your website and all of your marketing across all platforms. How are you answering their questions? How can you uniquely solve their problems? And then on the machine side, this is where the machine, when somebody prompts or somebody types in a query in Google, it's running through the topical clusters. LLMs, they train off of Google. Google, it's landing on your website, it's following your interlinks, it wants to look for topical depth and new ideas. As well as it's not only is it measuring your new ideas, it's measuring you as an entity, person, place, thing, idea. This is just marketing jargon for when the machine has indexed you as something more than just a string of letters. You carry weight, you might be an authority, you're known within their system and how they understand you. So when a person asks an LLM or Google a question, generally in layman terms, definitely not the technical terms of your industry, the layman terms, you want to address those questions in the layman terms, in the very strange ways that they're asking. And then you want to think about your website to be built like a database so the machine can index you, cite you, crawl your topical depth, crawl your social media, and then it will pull from the knowledge graph. And if you are the best answer and the most original and the best fit for that customer, this is where Google takes all of that and what they would call the messy middle. And the machine, they're trying to validate you. It's doing an originality check. It's looking for proof of eat. That means videos, you using the product, new ideas, new concepts that you might have introduced, or just what other people are not saying. And then likewise, you have to think about being helpful, because Google only exists to help people. So try doing comparisons, trade-offs, real evaluation. You should be helping your customers even when it hurts you, because then the machine will trust you. Measuring trust is a very nebulous thing, but Google has been moving towards this forever. And with AI being almost human-like, they very much can measure your trust via coherence over time across your entire digital body language. So think about how customers engage with you in reviews, how you respond to people on your social media. Are you coherent? Are your ideas original? Or are you parroting what other people are saying? Do you see surface level, or do you see chains of causality? And ultimately, Google is looking for the real experts. So if information is a commodity, that means that experience is now the most expensive letter in the acronym for EAT. Now, coming back to attribution and closing the sale, well, this is where we can look at synthesis versus the sale. So when you are original and you have actually guided the machine, oriented the customer, this is when it synthesizes your answer and you influence them with your ideas. This plays back to the concept of mind share and machine share. So I've always thought about mind share in my marketing. How are we influencing the market? Are we acting like an enterprise sales rep, giving people better questions, better answers, empowering them so by the time they reach the sales staff, they are educated to ask the best possible questions so that that sales team can give them a sale that wears well. I'm a huge fan of Harry Friedman, Neil Rackham. I love the frameworks of spin selling. I love the idea of probing people and guiding them towards the best fit, the sale that will wear well. And you have to address all of that psychology, something that we do. Every page we create, we're thinking about the emotional state behind the search, what's the psychology of the user, what is the problem they're trying to solve, and then we're considering that in our conversion flow as we guide that customer out of the messy middle and towards you. And I'm getting a little abstract here, I apologize, but back to the point, the machine synthesizes your answer, and then this comes back to the offline sale. Now, when it comes to attribution, I'm sorry, it's messy. They might see something in an AI panel, something in an LLM, something that they researched, and then they might call you a week later. This might be through the map pack, they might walk into your store. Therefore, in the era of AI, where information is a commodity, you need to start focusing on helping your customers. Build your website to help. Build it like a database to help the AI, but also think about the user side. Build it in a way that they can navigate through their problems and you are the answer. We're working on a whole new framework with a new law partner, the trust framework, about how many times businesses will have recommendations, and then you have to realize that your website is the vetting tool. Are you showing them who you are and how unique and helpful you are? Anyway, I want to keep this video kind of short. The main focus here is you need to start thinking about the Generative Engine Orientation journey map and how the machine relates back to the customer. The end goal here is mind share and machine share. Are you influencing the conversation? You need to get your share of the voice in your industry, and you do that by helping people. So if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, or give us a call, shoot us an email. We're happy to help.